3v5 disadvantage. But although despite them defending basement, it seems like they didn't reinforce off dirt. I wonder why.
So sometimes you have more important reinforcements to deal with, and dirt, it is important, but also you have these little angles, and as they see the blitz, they're now able to play, and blitz just absolutely no care in the world runs through, and looks like those walls didn't have an effect in the end, as you do have the guns and the ACOGs now to shut down what the attackers want to do in pushing through. So with a minute 50 on the clock, they now have to try to recollect, get the very limited vertical they are able to get before having to force gunfights on the bomb site if they even want to hope of winning this first round, since their blitz is dead, their floors is dead, and their ash is dead. Two of your main entries, and then floor is your main way of clearing utility. They want to win this round. It is going to be very tough, and they're going to have to hit quite a few nice shots.
Well, hopefully some of these nice shots will be able to connect. Inrio is going to be in a little bit of a cheeky situation, but same thing with Mr. Matt Bonger, as he is going to be contesting that Kaid. Both of them are going to take a little bit of damage. Mr. Bonger is going to take down 2 and maybe make it 3. In a second, we'll see this Mira is going to be facing over there by Moto, which is interesting. Usually, I would see the Mira being facing by the bottom of main stairs on that triple wall there into church, but that will not be the case for this time around. Unfortunately, Inrio will take down Mr. I like the name Burger. I feel like Matt Burger sounds funnier, but
Matt Burger.
With that, Inrio to take down not only Mr. Matt Burger, but Flixer as well, closing out the first round. Zombies, I feel like definitely could have won that out, but I'm not sure what was happening at the beginning of the round.
It looks like they were very disconnected, as that smoke canister pretty much split the or I don't know who that was. One of the attacking operators clearly wasn't Doki because she was banned, and the blitz. So they were able to isolate each of those and take those gunfights individually. And then eventually it was 2v5, and there was not much left to do. But let's look forward. Gym and bedroom bomb site going to be a hopefully lot easier for the attackers, since they don't have any wall denial. So
Like probably I'm gonna assume that the prep famous is practically already done. I'm gonna say that the first pick comes out and it's gonna be on the favor of Aerial Arise. We'll see once we get back into business.
I can't see a thing. If I'm being honest.
Oh my god. I can't even like improvise on anything. What should we talk about, Mr. Dark? Let me know.
What do you think Aerial Arise did well that round in order to win it out in a little bit closer than they would have expected, as it looks like we are back on cameras and we are having tech issues. So I believe this round will be played out and none of us will see what happens, and then we will go to a tech pause afterwards. So
predictions on the round one?
I'm going to say Aerial Arise win, mainly because I want to see at least them get close.
Okay, fair enough. Plus, it is that defense on the gym and bedroom. Yes. I feel like defense on gym and bedroom is quite defensively favored if they're able to kind of. Oh, beautiful.
We're back.
I think it's good if they're able to play it well. I feel like it's one of the easier ones to defend.
Yes.
So we'll see how well it brings them. But a minute 30 and nobody has taken damage and nobody has died out. They will be getting this jacuzzi wall. We'll see what happens next. Of course.
Yeah, and it looks like they took a long time to get map control. Obviously, I will not know, but they're just now getting that wall open and the mirror window. So they did good so far, but they still have absolutely no presence on CCTV and Cash side. And it looks like, alrighty, they find the kill, but in the 3v3, they need to find a way to transition to the bomb site.
Seems like Enrio's gonna take down Chu, but gets taken down from Cash. And it seems like it's just gonna be a tit for a tat. 40 seconds remaining in the round. Somebody's gonna get hit from the back. I didn't mean to rhyme, but there we go. And so it is gonna be in favor of the boys on, I was gonna say on Stalins, but it seems like Snake has other plans. Seems like the P90 is doing it beautifully and doing it beautifully. So an AK-12 versus a P90. The Ace versus the Solus. But if it's anybody to clutch it up, it is gonna be Snake. He had an amazing and absolutely electric last game. So we will see. He was able to finish off this round with just about 15 seconds. Not only that, but Ace does not have hold of bomb. Will he be able to either pick it up, or is he going to be able to get the kill onto the Solus? We'll find out. It seems like he rotated all the way around through Cash. And behind the green box, you better be careful. To his left.
Wow.
Snake slithering around, being cheeky. The SMG-11 will unfortunately be the last bullet to go into the beautiful Ace. And with that, Aerial Rise close it out. Quite a close round, but Snake does not lose his 1v exits.
He does not, and I would expect that out of him, as we saw him on TSM long time ago. I believe that was 2 years now. Yes.
That is crazy. Where do these...
He was in T1.
Wow. Wow, that actually makes me think that actually kind of makes me just like, wow, like these players at one point, like what, so he was basically like on the big stage.
Yes, I believe he also did make a main stage in the Jönköping major. So
what is Jönköping? What is that?
It's a place in Sweden.
No wonder. I'm thinking what this reminded me of like the Copenhagen. Is that what it is?
Copenhagen.
Is that what it is? Yeah, too. No, there's another one. I swear there's another one. It's like a weird funky name. No.
Maybe also in Sweden.
No. There's a funky name for one of these majors, bro. Or maybe it's in the Counter-Strike.
Katowice?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
Dark, I love you. Katowice, bro. These strange names for these foreign countries. It's like I always hear it in my ears speak. But anyways, I'm so sorry. With that, we're gonna be going CC and Cash, which seems like the most common tertiary site, at least on this map.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to really go far in stage, as CCTV is still a good bomb site. It isn't as good as it was a few years ago, as the attackers had a lot less utility to clear out the players. But as the map sort of evolves, we have seen teams move away from having this as their primary, maybe even secondary bomb site, to the third site. And the reason why is, once you get this wall open, you have a complete cutoff for half of the bomb site, completely isolating that garage player from any sort of help. Oh, Snake. But yeah, back to the cutting off. Like, the garage player is then completely isolated from all his other defenders, and then if he can not deny them running into the bomb site, that plane's just gonna go down, and there's nothing anyone can do to stop it.
This is such a cheeky angle. I think I might have to just use that in ranked. What
Maybe
a
with
cheeky
the
angle.
shotgun.
Yeah, if a zombie does not end up getting banned whenever I play a club, I'm most definitely going to be using that. So whoever that is, of course, Mr. Brios, thank you for teaching me the tech, because I would have never known about that. But as we're sat at about a minute 15 remaining in the round, we are going to be seeing a little bit of verticality in play. Not only that, but there is going to still be an equal footing, as we are going to be at a 4v4. However, the roamers still aren't completely done just yet. It seems like Bar might be in for a little bit of trouble. Aerial Rise better be careful, because it seems like Mr. Matt Burger is all about his burgers, and he's not leaving without a patty with him. But the vert that he made might just be his demise soon enough, as we just approach about 45 seconds.
Yeah, and 45 seconds left on the clock. They don't really have an idea. They're just gonna need to force gunfights, starting with this player on rafters. Never mind, they're gonna start on red.
So with that, gonna run into Slay, but we'll get taken down swiftly after. Poison and Cure to take down one, but it seems like the boys and zombies will take down two, and it is gonna be a 1v2 now, but that ends up quite quickly. Poison to get that final kill, the Vector beautifully done. So, and seems like Aerial Rise are absolutely on a hitter. Wait, that's the Minion Vector! That
Minion
is
Vector.
the Minion Vector. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Who was that in Rio to get that
It was
final kill?
Poison. It was Poison.
Poison. We have to look at Poison's guns because he literally makes them look like minions. He will have the blue wrap with like a yellow attachment skin. It is literally so cute. Guys, oh my gosh, the observers, we need to observe Poison, see if he's gonna be on his minion type of timing because it's actually the cutest thing ever. I love it so much. But seems like Aerial Rides are going to be absolutely sitting pretty as they are going to be up 3-0 on that quad split.
Yes, and since they are up 3-0, they still have those 2 grace rounds that they need. As once again, we are just looking to see if they can win 7-2 or better, and winning all 3 of your defenses is huge for that. So as we are looking to the 4th round, we're going to see an extension out of the side of Zomblers. Looks like it'll only be first floor, or they might even just elect to ignore it altogether, as I don't really see anyone upstairs besides that Azami. But if you are Aerial Rise, you need to just take it slow, check your corners, and most importantly, not die to dumb things. If you can avoid doing that, the attack should go relatively smoothly, and then you have proven you are better individual players, so you should be able to win the gunfights.
Well, we'll see. I mean, Aerial Rise seems to be doing quite well with their gunfights and just everything in general.
Snake
I
cooking.
need Zomblers to see if they're going to be up on their A game. And damn, Fire! And you know what? Fire was absolutely electric the last time I ended up casting him. So it's a little bit unfortunate to see him get taken down early, but that's going to be 2 for Mr. Snake. Seems like Snake is absolutely cooking. The Pina Colada skin is giving him wings. Seems like that's just what's happening. A 3v4. Aerial Rise still are going to be at the man advantage, but it's not that crazy. At least it could be worse. It could be a 3v5, but Zomblers ended up getting a pick in the meantime. It is going to be the Ash as well, so that's going to be good for their mirrors. At least it'll be a little bit harder for the mirrors to end up getting broken, but with this, we are going to see a lot of verticality played, of course, by that bar hallway, or the kitchen hallway, I should say, which is very typical, but on these hatches, seems like Hibana might have a little bit of trouble. Seems like Kaid is going to be playing that moto hatch, making sure absolutely nothing gets past him.
Yes, and as we have a minute 30 left, not all is lost for Aerial Rise, as they only lost the Ash. Sure, that might make things a little more difficult when losing when it comes to getting the mirror windows, but you just lost your Thatcher. Super important if you want to get these hatches open, as now Kiru has to hope to catch it with his Habana pellets, and it looks like he did. I can't confirm that as I can't see it, but if they are able to get the hatches open, never mind, Kiru falls. So now, if you are Snake and Poison, the 2 best players on our team through today, they just need to find kills, and it looks like that's what Snake is doing, as he is just on a tear this round.
Unfortunately, Flixer is going to be put in a bad situation. It was a 2v2, but unfortunately, he's going to have to live a legacy. And he's going to have to clutch up this round. If he was Snake, 100% he could definitely win out this 1v2, but it is going to be Snake that will take him down instead. I guess Snake doesn't lose his ones. Damn, beautifully done. The R4C will do all the damage to Flixer, and that will close out the first defensive rounds for Zomblers. It's a little bit disappointing, and it seems like Aerial Rise are in a really good, amazing position, I should say.
Yes, they are in a very solid spot, as even if they lose these next 2 rounds, it is not all doom and gloom because they have defense after the half. Obviously, we don't want them to have to win 3 straight rounds, but they have looked incredible today. They started off quite slow as well, so it's nice to them finally starting to live up to the potential that we know they can play at. But for the side of Zomblers, they are trying, I believe, an identical hold that they tried last time. They believe that the strategy was sound, all they need to do is clean up their discipline and their gunfights. So if they're able to do that, we can see them take this round and then potentially play spoiler to Aerial Rise's first place.
Maybe it was a good thing that Aerial Rise ended up banning Chalet, because it seems like Clubhouse is definitely their map. They're doing absolutely amazing. Or maybe it's just Zomblers needed to lock in, but we'll see as round continues to move forth. Last round, they did hold down the basement quite well. We'll see them try and do it again. And damn, Inrio with a direct headshot onto Fire is going to take him down, but will get taken down in the process. Mr. Snake as well. Inrio is still going to be DBNO'd. I don't think they're going to try and thirst him. They might just use him for look up debate, but damn! Kill get in there like a swimwear, a 3v4. Now it's actually still kind of like a 3v3, but maybe they'll be able to res up Inrio if they are lucky. Hibana also making sure that nobody is going to be blue, watching out as they try and get this revive off. They will be droning it out, and it seems like Inrio will be able to get picked up.
Yes, and one, that hip fire kill that Inrio had is just incredible, and I really like Aerial Rise finding the gaps in the defenses. We saw Kiru, he just walked down main stairs and found Mira just completely doing nothing. As he finds another kill, Kiru is just incredible at finding the gaps so far, and now Zomblers, they're in a 2v4. Granted, the time has drawn down a minute, so it's not worst case, and the attackers, specifically Kiru and Inrio, are both very hurt. So now, if they're able to find a couple kills here and there, especially since one's back was turned, they might be able to come back and win this round.
Yeah, Matt Berger getting quite a big kill for somebody that was trying to rush into sight. So that'll at least kind of help him out with the pressure just a little bit. But it seems like Vert might be the wave, at least with the boys on Early Rise right now. Maybe a little bit of kitchen. I'm not sure if that hatch is open or not. Nobody's going to be playing that. Actually, never mind. Somebody is going to be playing that mirror, I would hope. So if you're able to utilize it, you better utilize it. And with that, doesn't seem like kitchen hatch is going to be opened up. So it's going to be up to the Vert. And unfortunately, Flix is going to take it down. It's going to be Mr. Matt Berger and an MPX versus the World in a 1v3 with just under a minute remaining. Hatches are not going to be open though, so there's only a certain amount of areas that they are going to be able to push in from. Of course, having their Hibana dead, but better watch out for those holes by Blue getting taken down from the back. He will not hear the Skype drop and will get taken down easily. So Inrio to finish that out, and with that, second round of defensive Zomblers not looking good.
Not looking good is an understatement. It has been miserable. Besides that one, besides their first defensive round where they got closer, they have looked pitiful this entire game. I don't like to talk about talk about what teams are doing well versus what they're doing poor, but they're just leaving these gaps, and Aerial Rise is so good at exploiting those gaps. And we saw it last round where so many players died to their backs turned or just completely not being ready for a gunfight. So Zomblers on the third defensive round before we get halftime, they are going to try the gym bedroom bomb site. Hopefully it'll fare a little better for them. And as we see 4 players in CCTV setting up, it's a little excessive, but you know, if it works for them, it works. And as we're seeing the attacking lineup, Sledge, he really had a fall from grace after losing that SMG-11. He's just not that good anymore, and it seems that Buck is just better at vertical. So Sledge being brought for purely the nades is what it's looking like, and at that point, why not run Gridlock as she has those track stingers?
Well, I guess we'll never know. We'll see how Snake, maybe Snake just wants to play the gun. A lot of times, I mean, they are up 5-0. So at this point, I'm sure that they're probably they're probably thinking, okay, let's go a little bit of, let's go some little operators that I like the gun for. And I'm sure a lot of the time players will end up picking at least, I don't know how common it is in leagues and stuff like this, but definitely in ranked, I'm sure a lot of players do end up playing a.
Yes, in leagues it's a little less likely, but in ranked play, teams often just go operators for their gun. And
So
as
we'll
we see Aerial Arise pushing through here, they're taking things slow, measuring twice, cutting once. Inrio is just waiting for the call, and he finds the first. See if he has read on second. He doesn't. So now, if they clear this red stairs player, this side of the map will be completely clear for them.
Percy's will end up getting 2, and with that, Aerial Rise are finally going to be at the back foot for probably the first time in this entire game. Snake and Poison, the 2 dudes, are going to be left, and it's 2v3. It is going to be that Sledge and the Therm. At least they do have a hold of bomb, but I spoke too soon. Cordell is going to take down Mr. Poison, leaving Snake in a 1v3, but we've seen him win his 1vx before. Unfortunately, this time around, he won't. And Zomblers, for the first time in this entire game, 6 rounds, will finally win their first round of defense. Or just their first round in general.
First round. But as we're back, we are at halftime. Did you expect a 5-1 start for Aerial Rise?
No. To keep it very short and simple, absolutely not. No. Yeah. Not even close, honestly. Seeing Zomblers and Aerial Rise go against each other last time was definitely a lot different. And if you would have told me that it would have been 5-1 after the half of the game, I would have laughed. But here we are. I feel like this game should be a lot closer, but it just isn't.
Really, Zomblers, it just looks like they aren't interested. It looks like they're just like, oh, we're third place. We don't care. There's nothing we can do about it. But if they're able to win 2 rounds before Aerial Rise closed out this map, because it looks almost inevitable at this point that they're going to do so, then they can play spoilers and ruin Aerial Rise's bye, which would be really, really interesting. I still think Aerial Rise is going to find a way to choke this and win 7-3, but they're back down on that defensive bomb site, which looked so good for them that first round. Can't imagine they're going to change too much about the defensive strategy, as the bunkers seem to work relatively well for them. And it looks like the mirrors are set up a little bit differently, but other than that, they're looking to do more or less the exact same thing. As I haven't seen anyone go into dirt yet, so no one's going to reinforce it. And Zomblers, it looks like they're going to try the exact same thing that got shut down so quickly last time. So I don't know about this decision making from Zomblers, but if it works, I guess we can't complain about it, right?
I mean, they say don't fix what's not broken, but that...
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That strategy was definitely broken, considering that it ended up being like a 3v5. No. And so, damn, Snake with another one. It is going to be up onto the fuse. Mr. Percy, I feel like the boys on Zomblers have kind of just like given up. I feel like they don't care in the slightest. I don't know. I would definitely be able to drone out somebody on, freezer door. Like, I feel like that's such a standard thing to look at. Even with, like, you're just running blindly. Like, I definitely wouldn't be walking, full blaze and running through there without checking that door, because it's so common for somebody to end up spawn peeking from there. And I mean, considering it's Snake, who's, seems like he's quite famous for a spawn peek, it seems very surprising. But anyways, coming down main stairs, a TK will come out, and at least Zomblers are going to have a little bit of help, but we'll see how far that will get them this round, as there's going to be a 3v4 with about 2 minutes remaining in the round.
Yeah, if they had done their due diligence and droned out where Snake was, they would be in such good position this round, as, like, we saw the roam clear from the Blitz. It was so effective. They identified where the roamer was, and they had a cutoff through that kitchen hallway door, and they chased the player back to the bomb site at the 2-minute mark. The issue is they have 2 players dead. So that roam clear that was so good for them almost went to waste, since they don't have the manpower anymore.
Not only that, but it is going to be the Ram, so a lot of that verticality is going to be practically gone. You're just going to have to basically make your way through sight, and damn, the Buck speaks, but Flixer speaks louder. Seems like he's going to be making his way in through there. It is going to be a 1v1, him and Mr. Inrio. C4 shot right out the air. Let him know Flixer is going to be put in a do or die situation. This is going to... I did not know you could do that. I was gonna say, this is basically gonna put them at either, Aerial Rise in a really bad position, or it's going to put them in a really bad position. But either way, somebody is going to be taking a pretty big L from this round, and it
Oh!
seems like the boys on Aerial Rise will be losing this out. Flixer, beautifully done. What a nice angle,
Wow.
and even Cordell had to tell him, nice-ish. And so
Nice
Aerial
shot.
Rise.
It was nice shot. It means nice shot, not another
Oh.
word. Come on.
Ooh, I thought it meant something else.
Nope.
But with that, Aerial Rise, they cannot afford to lose any more rounds.
Yeah. They now have to win this round and next round if they want to hold the tiebreaker over Phantom Legion. And if people aren't aware of how the tiebreaker works, it's obviously points means most, and then it will be round differential, and then head to head, and then rounds won, rounds lost, the stuff that doesn't really matter. If Aerial Rise wins 7-2, they will hold the round differential advantage over Phantom Legion and push them to first place in the group. If it's 7-3, which is what I can realistically see happening if the defense does not close it out on, I don't even know what I'm saying. If they do not find a way to do it, I expect them to win 7-3. Then they'll be tied in round differential, but they lose when it comes to rounds one. And as we're getting into the round, another blitz from Cordell. Maybe he's just a blitz main, but I don't know how much I like the idea of running blitz round in, round out.
Yeah, and it's not like he's really been making too much of a difference, at least from what I feel. I feel like there definitely could be a better operator to play, but if the man wants to go blitz, let him go blitz. So
Let him cook.
be it. Obviously, the round has just begun. Not too much is going to be going on. I guess just the boys and Zumblers establishing where they're going to be pushing in from, but I guess Cordell is going to be the main kind of lead, the main IGL for getting in there like swimwear, because it seems like that's just absolutely what he's been doing, basically making his way in through sight, in through the building, and basically just scoping out any roamers that might be a little bit of a challenge. With that, it seems like quite a decent amount of people are going to be roaming, as well as this top game, this what's it called, this top floor
Roam
verticality
game.
There we go, the top floor roam is going to be quite heavy, as it seems like I think I saw 3 people up there. Am I bugging out?
Nope, you saw 3 players upstairs. So that defense is commonly referred to as the SSG roam. It was popularized by Space Station back around 2020, where they only had 1 player in the bomb site and then had the rest of the team upstairs. The whole goal of it is you basically do not let them get map control very easily, and then if they decide to rush bomb site, you have all the hatches open, or at least the bar hatch in particular, where you can drop back and be back in sight in basically 5 seconds. So you had to clear the roam. And since there's 4 players upstairs to do it, it was very tough, especially with mute jammers and vigil existing. So as we're getting down to a minute, they have now vacated the middle and top floor, and now that's 5-5 with a minute left. I'll be interested to see how Zomblers decide to execute on the bomb site here.
Seems like Matt Berger is going to be the first one to start taking a stand. It seems like the people that were offside are going to be back inside, holding it down, the fortress it is. Of course, that kitchen hatch is going to be opened up, but it doesn't seem like anybody's going to be playing it as of right now. But even if they do, Poison is going to be there to watch them do it. Blitz might get taken out early. I'm not too sure really what their plan is right now. Still, Matt Berger at the bottom remain. He's going to try and get a cheeky little pick, maybe trying to get the advantage and then basically just have everybody flood his side. But never mind. They're going to be dropping that moto, making their way in, and finally taking down somebody. Cordell is going to make use of that blitz, going to flash and get in there like swimwear. Fire is going to take down Mr. Frio's a 5v3 now. Turns into a 4v3 as Kiro is going to be the one to get a pick out, but will get picked out immediately after a 3v2, and with 5 seconds left, the bomb is still gonna get planted. It's gonna be planted by the blitz, and damn, Snake to take down one. Will he be able to get rid of this blitz? Unfortunately, no.
And that'll do
Cordell
it.
Fire. The final 2 kills coming out this round, beautifully done. So, and that's it.
Yep. Phantom Legion will finish at the top of Group A. So now the rest of this game, sort of meaningless in the case of standings, but obviously still fun siege to watch. So Phantom Legion will finish first in Group A. Aerial Arise will finish second, and Zomblers will finish third, leaving 1 HP eliminated. But let's at least look at the rounds. We are seeing an Oryx on Gym Bedroom, which is a little interesting as there really aren't too many hatches that can be jumped up. But maybe once again, the factor of having the T5. Good gun, as you mentioned earlier.
Well,
And
hey, look, maybe the verticality though, look, because Oryx can hop through those hatches too, you know?
yeah, there's only 2 of them now.
Who knows, Dark? We have absolutely no clue. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yes.
If I were to talk about gun, obviously him, Oryx, and Legion have the same gun. I would much prefer a Legion, but
Yes.
you know.
But, you know, getting into the round, Snake doing Snake things like always. And the rest of the lineup, besides the Oryx, is pretty straightforward.
See, maybe a couple shots getting fired in a near wall bang.
Check his Moss.
Holy. Somebody explain Moss to me, and I don't think I understood it the second time. I don't think I understood it at all. But regardless, damn, Ace nearly taking a trip to heaven. Will get out there with his life, and not too bad. 90 HP is not horrible. We'll see how this round pans out, but as of right now, it seems like the only person to take damage will be Mr. Ace. Everybody else in the clear as of right now.
Yes, and as we are approaching the 2-minute mark, normally that is when teams start to actually get their breaching and setting up for the execute. That's when that starts, as Siege is divided into 3 phases on a professional level. Phase 1 goes all the way through prep phase and the first minute of the attacking phase on average, which is the discovery phase. Sort of just finding out what you're going up against. Phase 2 is the setup phase, which is which walls do we need to open? How are we going to push and set up? Phase 3, which is the execute, and like how are we going to get the control needed in order to execute onto the bomb site? And after losing 2 players, 3 players, it's looking less likely that it's going to happen.
Ooh, but a 1v3 will come out. It is going to be in favor of the boys on Aerial Rise, and you better watch out for that single wall by Khan. 11 HP, it doesn't seem like Percy's going to be able to do much. Unfortunately, he's going to get hit from the back by Mr. Kier, the Oryx, who dashes his way all the way from basement all the way up to CC. Maybe that's why. The dash is what we need. You need a little bit more pace. And so the boys on Early Rise are putting themselves at match point. I guess they want to close this out as fast as possible. I would too.
Yes, definitely.
So we'll see. We'll see where
For me, it's
Zomblers
almost
go.
11, so if I were in their shoes, I'd want to get this over with so I could go to bed. But they are on match point. They're going to be attacking CCTV and Cash, which is quite unexpected as the first bomb site. But with the lineup that they have, it is sort of a Swiss Army knife of Clubhouse, besides perhaps the Ram. Like, if I had to choose a lineup from scratch, not knowing which bombs I'm going to attack, this would pretty much be it. Ash, incredible in the meta. 1, having that R4C, and 2, those Ash charges deal with Miras. Snake swapped up the Ram for a Sledge. I said my piece on Sledge. I think he is a horrible operator now, as other operators do what he does better. The Buck is the best verticality operator in the game, most consistent, as you can use verticality from above and below. And as I say that, they swap to a Zoe. And this lineup now looks incredibly unique for this bomb site. Maverick, Sledge, Zoe, Grim, Ash. Wasted my entire explanation just to swap to this.
I feel like Zofia gets played very often nowadays. Was there a buff or something with her? Because I feel like I feel like nearly every time, or at least, no, 100% every single time I cast a game, there's always a Zofia. And it's multiple rounds. Is Zofia like the new tech?
So some operators become better indirectly just because of buffs and nerfs. Something with Sophia is definitely a zombie and just having good utility to deal with it. And then also for bandit tricking this wall in particular, if you stun through the drone hole, you can knock bandit off of placing his batteries and ultimately get the wall open. Obviously there is not a bandit this round, so that is irrelevant. But as they're pushing through, they're at least aware of Fenrir's location now as he gives it up and loses his life. So now Aerial Arise, they're doing a backside take and they have to figure out how they want to clear that mirror window watching the construction door.
Are you a fortune teller? Because this seems like this round might go out in favor of the boys in Aerial Rise. We'll see if this is going to be still a 4v5. But if this ends up being 7-3 in favor of Aerial Rise, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah, them getting that wall open, pretty standard. Now they just have to turn their eyes towards top red. Ideally, you have a player go below and flank around, as there's not really a good way to cut off these players from denying your construction door walk-in. But as I say that, they're just in the bomb site.
With that, a 2v4 comes out. It seems like Grim, Mr. Poison, gonna start planting the bomb.
Oh,
but unfortunately,
no.
Mr. Matt Burger left it a 1v4. We'll make it a 1v3, but we'll get hit from the Mira facing outside. It seems like their own utility will unfortunately be the bane of their existence. And with that, I can't believe it.
I'm 2 for 2 on predictions today.
I cannot believe this. Not even just prediction itself, but the actual
scores.
map. Yeah, the score. Not sorry, not the map. The score itself. Dark.
Wow.
Are you like some traveler, some time traveler? I need to know.
I cannot disclose that information.
Oh,
But,
great.
7-3 Aerial Arise. They just fall short of finishing first place in their group. But they looked really well today. So we do have the playoff brackets ready and we will show them momentarily. But whoever has to play against them they're going to have a tough time if they play like they did earlier today.
Yeah, Chalet, definitely, they are very strong on Chalet. Don't take, Chalet Club, I meant. Sorry, guys, I'm thinking too much. I was thinking too much about the game that they had on Chalet, which wasn't nearly as close as this game, right?
Yeah.
This game was just so close, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
anyways, enough joking about that. Definitely the boys in Aerial Rise seem to have a very strong presence on Clubhouse, which I mean, you should as a team. You know, Clubhouse is definitely a map that you need to know like the back of your hand. It's a basic map that everybody knows.
Have,
yeah. So I mean, kudos to them. But as for Zomblers,
third place.
Womp.
And speaking of that, let's pull up the standings as I believe they are ready for us. Top Group A, as you mentioned, Phantom Legion just barely pulling ahead due to, I guess, rounds 1, not rounds differential. And then Aerial Arise and Zomblers rounding out Group A, moving on to the playoffs. 1 HP, unfortunately, has been eliminated. Atomic Apes going 6-0 in Group B, absolutely dominant, followed by Kunai and Hush finishing 2nd and 3rd respectively. And then Group C, Group A, 1 round made the difference. And then Group C, Makers 6-0 as expected. And then In Control and 86 Pistons rounding out the 2 that will move on to playoffs. TSG unfortunately has been eliminated. And then Group D, Bottle Service finished top of the group. And Fluffy Aimers, I want to point out, they qualified without playing a single game. They either forfeited or their game was forfeited by the opponents. So
wow,
what a way to make.
Are you joking?
Sadly, I am not.
Dude,
and then Cabal Gaming, also 3-3, except with 1 round negative 1 round differential, meaning they are in 3rd place. And then Free Eli, #Free Eli, finishing last. And
I want to say one thing though, very quickly.
Yes.
Why does Zomblers have negative? What does the -17 versus the -11 mean? I thought it was the score.
No, round differential. So amount of rounds won minus rounds lost. They have lost 17 more rounds than they won in the group stage.
So wouldn't that put them in last place though, or no?
No, because it's off of points. A regulation win is 3 points, OT win 2, OT loss 1, and regulation loss is 0 points.
Okay, see, I'm
that's
glad
why
you're
they
here,
have
Dark.
a negative 17 round differential and
I'm
still
glad
made
you're
it.
here. Yeah, I definitely needed you because I would have never.
Yeah. Any surprises through those standings, or is it pretty much as you expected?
I mean, I feel like I don't have enough knowledge to basically make like a kind of educated guess. I will say the most surprising one, which I definitely had to like, I was like, wow, was Fluffy Gamers. Not playing a single game. Either they won based off of the fact that their games got forfeited or they forfeit themselves. But that's probably the most surprising thing to come out of that bracket. I can't lie.
Yes, and I believe we have the playoff bracket ready now, so we will show that and show which games we have. So we will have In Control versus Cabal Gaming. All of these will be best of 3 up until the grand finals, which is a best of 5. The winner of In Control and Cabal will play against Phantom Legion. Fluffy Aimers will play the 86 Pistons, the winner of that match will go on to play Atomic Apes. Kunai versus Zomblers, and the winner has the consolation prize of losing to Makers, or assumingly. And then Hush versus Aerial Rise, and then winner of that will play Bottle Service. Any of these first round matchups you're looking forward to?
I do want, I would love to see that just to see how they hold up against 86 Pistons. 86 Pistons is not a horrible team.
Yes,
I've seen them play.
They've played close with a lot of good teams.
Yeah, I think that they definitely, I definitely enjoy watching them play. So I feel like out of all those games, I definitely think that I would want to see that one the most, only because the fact that Fluffy Aimers has yet to play a game. So basically their first game is going to be into that, what's it called, like the finals bracket? Not really a finals
round
bracket,
of
but like
16, I guess technically.
Yeah,
but
round of 16 kind of thing.
But I'm looking forward to Hush versus Aerial Rise. Nightmare Nyx versus Snake. That's gonna be what my eyes are turned to. So other than that, I think that does it for us. So we have very much enjoyed these past 12 days of all these incredible Siege, and I believe we will see you guys on Monday for the start of the playoffs. So until then,
bye guys, have a great night. And on behalf of BGS management, everybody that's worked with us tonight, thanks guys for being here for Quals. We'll see you when the round of 16 begins. Peace and good night.
Is it okay if I'm to say I'm catching feelings from all the dealings? Am I astray? What do you say? How are you feeling? Is it the same? I hope you're not planning to waste my time. To my surprise, that was her reply. Now we vibe. It's been a while and such a ride, the stars align. I love the fact I didn't let her go. She loves the fact that I just let her know. Now we're together, it's a different mode. We getting crazy in a different role. I love the fact I didn't let her go. She loves the fact that I just let her know. Now we're together, it's a different mode. We getting crazy in a different role. We getting crazy in a different role. She loves the fact that I just let her know. We getting crazy in a different role. We getting crazy in a different role. She my do or die, my bona fide. My up when I'm down, she's always beside me. She makes me feel alive, I won't deny. Her love for me is real and kinda suicide-y. She's not the same, she's such a rare type. She's far from plain, at least in my eyes. She said if I cross her, I'll be in the grave or under her type. But yeah, that's still my babe. I love the fact I didn't let her go. She loves the fact that I just let her know. Now we're together, it's a different mode. We getting crazy in a different role. I love the fact I didn't let her go. She loves the fact that I just let her know. Now we're together, it's a different mode. We getting crazy in a different role. We getting crazy in a different role. She loves the fact that I just let her know. We getting crazy in a different role. We getting crazy in a different role. Getting crazy in a different role. We getting crazy in a different role.
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Cause you got me holding. And I'll be running, possessed by a low, low voodoo. Fired up like a wolf on a full moon. And we're stuck in a la la land. The tides will turn without us. And I'll be killing time like I might be a cartoon. Take it in real life like haiku. I know we got the good vibes when pieces fall right into place. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Cause you got me holding. Play me like a bass guitar. Simmer down and mash me up. Tripping like I'm